The Coin Lady channel is pleased to have you back. It seems like something is cooking, dudes. I don't think I can trust you to assist Mr. Poole with this. No idea. I suppose we'll have to look into it further with today's video and everything. Hey everybody, I hope you're all having fantastic. At about 55 cents, you may buy XRP. Why? Reason being, Bitcoin's value is merely falling, dudes. In all candor, I must admit that XRP is faring really well in comparison. Well, often XRP prices just go crashing down, doesn't Ethereum? You guys, alternative cryptocurrencies are, to put it mildly, holding their own. Why? Just take a look at that. Fear and greed keep dragging him down, and he keeps falling. It's really ridiculous. In my opinion, the bullish sentiment remains. No one else's opinion matters to me. But that's just my 2 cents. I don't pretend to have any expertise in finance. After all, Jim Cramer and Larry Williams both warned me that crypto and the market are far from bottom. Holy cow! Jim Cramer's most interesting quality, you know? Once again, he's playing the fool. Allow me to elucidate. We actually called this a long time ago. I still can't believe we just got back from it. Are you prepared? It's intriguing. Please enjoy today's video because this will wow you. I appreciate it. As far back as I can remember, I said that. How long ago was it, guys? Probably around a year ago. You have no idea. Although that was a long time ago, we do recall that Jim Cramer serves as a contraindicator. Am I correct? We are all aware of this. But listen up, I've got a catch. When the real peak happens, he will mislead everyone. And he claims that this is the peak, and from here we will descend. Guess what? I said something earlier, didn't I? He will always be proven wrong, thus no one will believe him. He will fool everyone at some point. Am I correct? That's why it's important to exercise caution when wearing shorts. Because he made the top and bottom pay calls, which resulted in 2 strikes and your elimination. I see. Guys, it's absolutely fascinating. The other day, we received confirmation that, despite his claims about the CDC, Jim Cramer did indeed state that it is the top guys, a significant top. This is pretty intriguing. In my opinion, it's not a big deal. In the near term, though, he may have been correct. Perhaps it was a preview of what was to come. No plans to tie anything? Give it some serious thought. They're all become really pessimistic, and he's there. They need to convince people that they are completely mistaken every time, so it will likely rise again. I see. Therefore, you will not believe cryptos when they reach the peak of the market and assume they will continue to rise. That's what I told you folks a long time ago. My memory is hazy, am I correct? Regardless of how long ago it was, it appears that we were given a gentle confirmation here. Alright, it's not the foundation of anything financially. There was a first since 2019, the inactivity of $2 billion worth of idle Bitcoin. There has been just one change since 2013. You guys have no idea what you're doing. I see. Okay, gentlemen, it seems like addresses are starting to become active again. What's going on here at the moment? Late in the morning, Satoshi awoke. Jamie assures everyone that this is only a joke for the time being, but that he will wake up and realize it's no laughing matter. When I think about how crypto will die, it's around eclipse. Of course, you'll need a lot of sell pressure. Holy cow. It seems like a lot of stuff is going on, you guys. The price of cryptocurrencies is going down, but buyers are outnumbering sellers. Meanwhile, this typical individual, you know, the kind that buys things without a prescription, just spent $1 billion buying cryptocurrencies today or yesterday. Just a short while ago. Hey, take a look at that. It appears like everyone is buying, so I'm assuming this price drop is likely artificial, right? Personally, I feel that way. Therefore, they may soon begin devouring the Bitcoin supply as well. And here's another crucial consideration. Grayscale is selling Bitcoin for what reason? Am I correct? Since GBTC used to redeem its shares by giving investors USD value before the spot ETF approval, they never sold the Bitcoin. Now that the ETF is approved, investors are pulling their money out of GBTC for two reasons. First, it has a high management fee of 1.5%, which is 5 to 6 times higher than other ETF issuers. Second, they bought it at a discount and are clearly making a profit. So, they may just sell it. I hope this will stop in a few weeks, but in the meantime, GBTC's value could go sideways or even down. So, we'll have to watch what happens. First come, first served, a limited printing of coins. Who wants one? That wasn't the end, was it? This is when things start to heat up, dudes, and it's the reason I'm genuinely thrilled. People are bearish, but I'm not one of them. I couldn't care less, but XRP community members have taken note of Cisco White, an intriguing Big Short employee, because he tweeted a really intriguing question. Pick a day in your life that you wish you could go back and change. Everything you need is a recollection of times past and you. Quite intriguing. The past has happened, therefore there's no purpose in lingering on it. Put this behind you. We make amends and proceed. But look at this. My mind wandered to times gone by. Yes. However, at that point, I'm like, hold on. The regulars post stuff before anything happens, so you have to wait. The future will confirm the efficiency of the past, which only implies one thing. In his discussion about the future, he asks, which day of your life would you choose if you could relive it? My best bet is that he's referring to the moment when XRP's clinical status changes, or when there is an unforeseen and large surge in the price of XRP. Furthermore, the entire town would long to relive that unforgettable day. Why? Because, Twitter is just going crazy, isn't it? Picture that day, my friends. Are you aware of Twitter's future plans? There will be a decline. It might get that far into space. So, you're experiencing a great deal of enthusiasm and things like that, aren't you? All the positive feelings and things like that. That is my assumption, then. Take a look. Take a look at the clock. According to it, there is 113, perhaps the event that takes place on 9/11 is identical, correct? Allah is the same in all three of Lebanon. It's the same thing as interchangeable dudes. Am I correct? While you gaze upon the timepiece. Very interesting, I must say. Other individuals are discussing different topics here, but the Babak states, July 25th. If any of you are interested in delving more into the shows, I will have the links for you. But isn't it just fascinating? Right now. Even in Bob's writings, we can see that January 25th, yes, that's right, is the day after July. And so it starts, I suppose. Now, though, have you seen this? The world will know its name XRP, the impact of Bitcoin ETFs on the crypto scene, and they show the Ripple logo on the right. This is connected to a day you will want to remember from the preceding tweet, which was short. However, this is one of the news stories that suggests cryptocurrency will have a bright future. I see. St. Louis finds it fascinating that it features the same local folks. We must now link it to, it is, in fact, the future, you guys. Here we go. A lot of murmurs and speculation about Trump have thus far. Bobucks is the reason. For what it's worth, I'm simply stating that Trump will be president if this happens. Am I correct? You guys can see that I haven't been talking about Trump, but there has been a lot of talk about him recently, a lot on Twitter, actually. The anticipated end objective is for Trump to have allies and partnerships with these other key people in the system. Also, he apparently introduces XRP, correct? Isn't it amazing how we all act as if we're friends with everyone? Additionally, XRP is present and accounted for, much like the proper bricks in a fair playing field. Does everyone have everything? Here, though, have a look at this. I mean, Justin, this is when things start to heat up. Very well. A digital currency issued by a central bank would grant the United States government complete control over its citizens' money, according to President Trump. He has pledged to prevent this from happening during his presidency. This is not financial advice, but let's listen to these men nevertheless, because it seems very suspicious. Advice? Not a word. To be honest. Additionally, as your president, I am pledging to prevent the establishment of a digital currency controlled by a central bank as part of my efforts to safeguard the American people from government tyranny. Behold, that man is correct. Inquiring minds want to know. Never will I let it happen. What the? Have you given it some thought? The president-elect? Is that so? We should pause there. Very well. Why? Hey, I know he's not telling the truth, you people. Today is the deadline for its release. More than 130 nations are actively investigating CBDCs, a digital currency issued by central banks. In light of this, how will value be defined in the future? 130 nations across the globe. Look at it, obviously, it includes the doubters. 13, you remove the digits 13. Not to mention, it's all God's doing. Just a moment, please. It seems illogical that the United States is the only country that won't be implementing the CDC. Very much so. Make sure. The game is over. The European Central Bank has not yet been thoroughly megosted by Trump. If what he says is true, then that's absolutely bonkers. Still, I am uncertain. An economics paper issued by the European Central Bank investigates the possible dangers of a digital euro, with a focus on the likelihood of a bank run. No way are we going to have to bring up the topic of CBDCs and its relationship to bank runs, you guys. We will certainly address that later on, but for now, let's keep moving forward with this. Thus, carry on. It was a complete mystery to me, New Hampshire. Great minds at work here. Shockingly modern. You are aware of their actions because we entrust our federal government with such a great deal of money. Even though he's gone, this poses a serious threat to your freedom. I will prevent it from happening tonight by making sure your money stays where it should. Probably fine. I want you to think about the last time a politician actually carried out his promises. Justin, I must say, perhaps they're telling the truth, but a bill has been introduced in the Tennessee Senate to specifically remove cannabis from the state's definition of money. You guys don't know what I mean? Could be. But based on what I've seen, gentlemen, go through the papers, there's proof. The bankers have hurry up, everyone. That's exciting. Oh, but what will happen if he outlaws it? Could he possibly ban it, guys? I see, but what if there's a problem and he decides to sue? Can we please see the return of CBDCs or something? You have no idea. But then things start to get insane. I ended up here, then. It scared me. Hold on a second. How actually? Explain it to me. Here you may see it. This was tweeted by Mr. Poole on January 17, 2021. Alright, a couple of years, a 3-year delta, 22-23 to 24, The same was true for all 117. On what date was this occurrence? Hey everyone? We should return and double-check. Saturday, January 17, 1177. Somebody tell me what I'm looking at. The reason? Explain it to me. In what way? Explain it to me. Every single thing about this is absolutely insane. Track down. I've met guys because yesterday was the exact date. Pinpoint the day. Take a look at 117. Along with the other photos we just saw of Trump laughing and saying it's all planned, Mr. Poole shows the dollar becoming digitized or fading away. The dollar is going through some sort of digital transformation, in my opinion. Am I correct? Excuse me, just a moment, find out who else is going to become president. In my opinion, no one else will be able to win. Consequently, he's somewhat preoccupied. Presumably verified. Right now. That will be the subject of our discussion in a moment. On the other hand, hold on. The process will be digitalized. As I mentioned earlier, this was from Chad. If ACES bans CBDCs, the chat suggests that they'll switch to USDC, which is BlackRock's cryptocurrency, so that they don't lose USCC and SLM. Quite intriguing. But hold just a second, Rosie says something completely different. Illicit funding, encourage accessible, low-cost financial services, and investigate. You may be aware that more than 80% of industrialized nations are currently considering adopting a digital currency that is controlled by the Central Bank of the United States. In the United States, it is inevitable. If Trump lied to the receipt, it will be easy to overlook. Mr. Poole also revealed Trump's whereabouts. Hurry up, everyone. However, you can count on it taking a while. Things take a very long time, as you are aware. Very much so. Not everything happens all at once, but things do progress steadily. Funny, really. Gotham City is experiencing a digital dollar boom, and new rules are on the horizon for the same year as the elections. Strange and intriguing. Take a look at the ship off to the right in the distance. It's one of several links that Donald Trump has established with Bearable Guy 123. And this timepiece too. This is a fascinating place to make a connection. It's all set in stone. I have everything under control. I am at a loss for words. In this economy, isn't the golden standard energy? A new paradigm will be triggered in America by precious metals, gold energy, and XRP. And now, according to Art, Trump is a danger to Europe, isn't he? But hold on a second. Do you think they should play in separate teams? Alternately, they could try to trick people. Either way, Sanjay, they need to keep their distance. Owner of a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Turn your back on the business. Trump said yesterday on Twitter that the United States will soon be on an equal footing with other countries if manufacturing is moved elsewhere to avoid tariffs. I think it will be mutually beneficial for China, Japan, the US, and everyone else in the area if you speak with Chinese officials. And I think we will all be on equal ground, and I think that will happen far sooner than most people realize or expect. Reason being, that's the only equitable method to do it. In my opinion, that's my only option. It's all about fairness, dudes. Everyone is raving about it. Am I correct? And a fair playing field that is far more democratic is the only way for it to happen. And the XRP is really, everything is blatantly obvious now. Nothing more to say, nothing more to see. When we speak about progress, Elon Musk tweets about it on the same day. Okay, to the bear. Today, it was all over. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Catch you later, farewell.